Good evening, people around the planet. Hope you are all doing well. Welcome to episode number 132 of Heavy Metallurgy. Happy Friday. Alan, as always, good to see you, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a busy day, but not a bad day. Just lots of stuff going on. We're eking later in the semester. The holidays are creeping up, so yep, a lot of things to take care of. Want to say hello to everybody in the chat and a big hello to Celtic Frosty. Folks were a little bit worried because he's been MIA for a few shows, but Frosty, you were missed, and we're glad to see you back in here tonight. And hello to everybody else who is joining too. Hope everyone's had a good week and is ready to watch something that may be very entertaining and or very embarrassing for some of us. We will see how it plays out. But before we get to that, Marty, do you have some things that you'd like to announce?
Yeah, tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern time on the Bindrune Recordings Bandcamp page, where there will be a live streaming event for two Excellensis albums that we're releasing a week from today. The first album will be at 3 o'clock. The second album will be at 4 o'clock. Go follow the links go to the Bandcamp and check it out. An RSVP. Basically, we'll listen to the album in full, and there'll be a chat. Members of the band will be in there to chat, and myself and Austin will be in the chat as well. So we'll come and talk about the music and the albums and talk to the band and all that fun stuff. So this is a new thing that Bandcamp does. People are doing it, so we're going to give it a try.
Yeah,
so that starts
really
at 3 o'clock tomorrow. PM.
I hate that I'm not going to be able to check it out. I'm tied up with family stuff all weekend, but it should be really, really fun.
Yeah, it should be a good time. Interesting to check it out. Hopefully I set it up correctly, or it's not going to go well at all, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
But other than that, let's bring in our guests. Sue is returned. Welcome back, Sue. How you doing?
Hello. Good, thanks.
And of course, Jurgen is back as well, sir. It's good to see you. It's been a minute.
Hey, guys.
Hey. Thank you for it's actually Sue's idea to partake in this experiment, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this ever since she recommended it. Alan, why don't you size up what we're doing this evening, since you're a lot more eloquent than I am when it comes to this.
All right. Well, I tell you what, before we do that, while people are still kind of getting into the chat, let's do we're going to introduce things with just a very short round or three of what's spinning. And that'll give folks to get logged in and settled on, so everybody will understand the rules once we get started. So yeah, we'll just mention a few things here that we've all been spinning lately. And then once the chat's kind of filled up, we'll work through the rules on how this trivia game is going to work. So let's see. Jurgen, let's start with you. What's something that you've been listening to a bunch lately?
The last thing I listened to was Tourniquet's last album, Gazing at Medusa. This is from 2018. This is the last album they put out before Ted Kirkpatrick passed away. So rest in peace. And on this album, we have Tim Ripper Owens doing the vocals.
Huh.
And we also got Mr. Chris Poland doing lead guitar. There we go.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool album. I like the older stuff better. The production is a little bit too processed, but yeah, that sounds so good. So that's
I had no idea they were even still. I own one of their records, so I it's good to know they're still kind of fighting along. Good deal.
Yeah, they had a ton of records out. Yeah,
right on.
I've never heard that one, but yeah, neat. And I certainly didn't know they had those guys involved in that project.
Okay, Sue, what have you been spinning?
Okay, so in honor of the shirt and the backdrop, I've been revisiting Angel Witch, Angel of Light from 2019. This was, just a really good, solid album from Angel Witch. They're a 4-piece now, but they still really have that new wave of British heavy metal spirit, and highly recommend it.
Yeah, very good pick.
Yeah, I've seen them on that tour, and they were brilliant. Yeah.
That's great. That's a band I've never seen live and really wish I could. That's like a bucket list thing.
On, on the tour before, they had what's his name? The Carcass guitar player.
Michael Ammett,
No,
Bill Steer.
Bill Steer, yeah,
Cool.
was playing with them. Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
Didn't
With
know
Angel
that.
Witch. Wow, he got around a little
Yeah.
bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah. So, Sue, is that or is that not the best Angel Witch album since the debut album?
I
What's
really
your thought?
liked As Above, So Below as well. So I'd say they're about equal.
Okay. That seems to be a lot of folks' opinion. That is pretty
Mhm.
close between those two.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. Love the lead track on that album. It's a great one to open the album with.
Excellent.
All right. Professor Steele, what's your first pick for the week?
Let's see. My first pick for the week will be one of the, as Sue likes to call it sometimes, the tree root style black metal bands. This is the new EP from Wolves in the Throne Room. Came out a couple of months ago on Relapse. Yeah, it's just an EP, so there are 4 songs, but it's really 3 songs and an outro. It's extremely good. All the songs are very, very well put together. You know, EPs can be a bit hit or miss these days. Sometimes there's interesting stuff on them, and sometimes they're just leftovers and, you know, garbage that they knew shouldn't be bothered with on an album. Any of these first 3 songs could have been on a full-length album and would have been a highlight on the album. The first 2 songs, you know, let's see, Behold Into Clan and Twin Mouth Spring are both very good, kind of typical, you know, Wolves in the Throne Room material. The third one's really neat too. Initiates of the White Heart has a little bit more like a folk or even like a little slight medieval kind of instrumentation vibe to it, but really pretty sound. You know, still within the Cascadian black metal, you know, genre, but you know, something a little different take on it. Also, you know, just, you know, love the cover art. You know, the way they kind of framed it with the border and stuff. So yeah, really nice package for an EP. This is one of those bands that I feel like they just kind of keep getting better over time. You know, a lot of times we always default to thinking the early stuff's the best, but I think Wolves has done some of their best material on their last few releases, and this makes me, you know, really, really, you know, excited to see what happens on their next album, which hopefully will be out within maybe 2024.
All right.
Marty, what is something you've been spinning here recently?
Well, I've been spinning this Scorpions album, Humanity Hour 1. This is from 2007. Zoller sent me this, thinking he thought it had some pretty good Scorpion stuff on here. And, you know, listen to the album. It's produced really well. I think there's some actually really good songs on here. The big deal about this one is executive producer and one of the guys worked his fingers into the songwriting is Desmond Child, which he's always more on the lovey-dovey commercial side, and you can tell this album is a lot of him and Klaus Meine trying to rewrite the
Winds of Change.
There's a lot of ballads on here, except instead of political, social issues, it's I love you, baby type stuff. Hence the Desmond Child infection. But you know what? This album is Klaus really sounds great on here, and a lot of these ballads are actually pretty tolerable. I don't know if it's my mood or what, but I enjoy most of this record. It does get I want a little more Scorpions and a little less Desmond Child as the record goes on, but it's well produced well for this is the newest, other than listening to the new one, but this is the newest I own by Scorpions, and it's all right. It's all right. It's been fun to listen to. Desmond Child.
Good deal. All right, that brings us back over to Jurgen.
I had that Scorpions record on vinyl. I bought it when it came out, and I sold it about 3 years ago for 450 euros.
Wow.
Yikes. Yeah, any vinyl from the early aughts there, pretty scarce, I guess, for the most part. And for a band like that, and if somebody's trying to complete the collection.
Yeah.
It's on Sony BMG. You think it wasn't that rare, but you know, the vinyl, I guess, would be. They probably didn't go too crazy on the vinyl in 2007, but
Definitely not.
So, next up, the new Sodom EP from 1982. And it's got a new song called 1982. It's got recorded stuff like Witching Metal and Equinox, and 2 songs of their early demos, Victims of Death and Let's Fight in the Darkness of Hell. The Darkness of Hell? There's supposed to be a lot of fire in hell.
Yeah.
So I think this is a little bit of a rip-off, because you get that stuff in the box set. It had a bonus CD, and it's basically the same. So a cardboard. So now they re-released it on vinyl. But
So is there any new songs on that, or is it just a bunch of reworked old stuff?
only the song 1982 is a new song.
And how's his voice? Is it hardcore yelling or evil?
No,
Evil.
it's great. Listen to it. Have you ever listened to that?
I have not.
Yeah, I think it's great. The production is perfect for that kind of music. The singing is brilliant. Although Mr. Angel Ripper is 62 years old now.
Wow. Still kicking ass.
Yeah.
All right.
And Jurgen, as for that whole why it's dark in hell thing, in America we just went on to off of daylight savings time, so it does get darker a lot earlier than it used to.
Mhm.
So that's what's going on there.
Even in hell.
Yeah, they're on standard US EST New York time. What is that, GMT zone 8 or something? They gotta stay on the same clock as Boston and New York and all the big cities.
You know what's fun about that exercise? I don't have to put away 200 records after the show. Only
True.
Only a couple of empty cans.
Yeah, I've got stacks and stacks of crap in the other side of this room waiting to be refiled. But I get it put away, and then the next week it's all trashed again. It's just the way it goes. All right, Sue, what's your next one?
Okay, I happen to see in the chat Jack has the Hammers of Misfortune logo in there, and I almost mentioned that one, but I didn't. But so back in August, we went to see Glenn Hughes. So he was doing an all Deep Purple set, and we were in the second row in a small theater, so we could feel the sweat coming off of his brow, and it was the best show I've been to in a long time. So it was just phenomenal. So I've been listening to a ton of Glenn Hughes ever since then, and a real standout is the first album from Black Country Communion. This is kind of a super group. It has Glenn and Joe Bonamassa, the blues guitarist. It has Derek Sherinian on keyboards and Jason Bonham on drums.
Wow.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's really solid stuff. Very,
Big
very
time
good.
super group.
Yeah.
Nice.
You could probably snort that sweat. Yeah.
No, I'm sure he must have gotten clean because he sounds amazing at 72. So,
Wow. The old guard's getting old.
yeah.
Alan.
All right. One that I've been spinning lately. It's this one from Paul Chain, Violent Art of Improvisation. One of his older works. This is kind of classic Paul Chain Italian weirdness. Some reviews cite this as probably his most out there release, which typically that's the kind of stuff I have a hard time getting into. But this one's been kind of interesting to listen to. I'm not going to say I fully understand it. I don't know if anybody possibly does. But, Paul Chain's known for being very experimental, including a lot of different influences in the music. This one's got, it's split up as a 2-disc set. The first one is just 2 songs. The first one's over 30 minutes, and about 20 plus minutes, has this same little guitar and drum pattern that repeats in 5-second increments for over 20 minutes. It sounds like it would drive you insane, but they have enough other stuff going on in the background around that, that it always kind of keeps you interesting. But it definitely gives you that just kind of very weird, dark, psychedelic sensation of just what the heck is going on with all this? So not an easy listen. It's not, if you're looking for definite structure or traditional songwriting, not the place to go here whatsoever. But it is an interesting one if you're in the mood for that kind of thing, or you like that kind of very challenging music. And even though it's been said a million times, Paul Chain, of course, sings in this kind of made up language. So not want to sit down with the lyric sheet too. It's there is no lyric sheet, and it's not going to make any sense. One thing that's really odd with this pressing, and I don't know if it came with other pressings or not, there is this folded up insert, but it's basically a transcript of one of the last interviews done with Ted Bundy, like the night before he was executed. And it was done by somebody on the Italian scene, because one side it's written in Italian, the other side's in English. I don't know what the connection to that is to the rest of the album. I just figured it was album credits or something, but got to looking at it, and it's just like, yeah, apparently Bundy requested this specific kind of music journalist to be his last interview because he wanted to talk to somebody that was not a bigger mainstream kind of person. And if you're into that kind of thing, you can see what was on Ted's mind the night before. Again, kind of a strange inclusion for a strange album. But there you go. And Gore Metal, thank you very much, man. Appreciate that quite a bit. Wanted to definitely get you a shout out there before we moved on.
Thank you for sure. All right.
Marty, what's your number 2? What's spinning?
I've been listening to this quite a bit, trying to crack the code, and I think I finally did. The new Tolka album. Et Avstand, nailed it. The latest Tolka album, 4 long tracks. It sounds like Tolka. It's just the songs are kind of squirrely at times. They kind of wander, but interesting, innovative, yet within the Norwegian black metal formula. He's never strayed from that. His stuff is just, he keeps it a level of aggression, but there's a lot of musicality and super interesting harmonies and riff ideas that he mashes into these songs. Obviously his older stuff, the first 4 albums are probably always going to be the ones that people gravitate towards, but I've been on the ride for the whole time. I like all this stuff, and another good album. Good stuff.
Sorry.
Perfect. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it, man.
Ian.
Thank you.
Yes, Sue's having fun with her digital background tonight, which is a very awesome background.
You're up, Sue. What's another one you've been spinning?
Wait. We skipped Jurgen.
Oh, we did? Oh, I'm sorry.
We did.
I'm out of whack already.
So next up, that arrived today, and I listened to it. This is the new Triumph of Death live album. So it's basically it's Hellhammer.
Oh yeah, okay.
Resurrection of the Flesh, a Triumph of Death live 2023. I bought the double vinyl with the book and a bonus 7-inch. It's got all the songs from the EP, from the death metal compilation. It's got some songs from the demos, and it's done nicely. It sounds good. I've seen them in 2019, and this is like refreshing my memories on the concert.
You got to really Tom's evolution on Hellhammer has really been interesting over the years, because that first book he put out, Are You Morbid? I think it was called. Mm-hmm. He had nothing good to say about Hellhammer. He was constantly slamming on it, embarrassed he was even a part of it. Terrible, what a mistake, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden the second book came out, and had a slightly different idea on how things were, and now he's like playing all the Hellhammer songs on festival stages all over the place. So his evolution on that is interesting. Frosty, thank you so much.
back then Hellhammer was worth nothing, and now I guess that has to be considered.
Yep.
A little bit of a money issue.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair too, that first book's about 25 years old at this point. So yeah, opinions are and perspective would definitely change over that much time, especially as you're getting again up there in age and kind of looking back and start to realize that okay, yeah, this actually wasn't such a joke. It actually did end up meaning something.
The Hellhammer songs are easier to play when you have arthritis. True. Good point. All right, Sue, now it's your turn.
All right. I think everybody knows I'm a big Overkill fan. And this is an interesting release. It's called First Kills. And it is a collection of their early demos and their first EP.
Oh, nice.
So you have here the complete Power and Black demo, the Feel the Fire demo, and the Overkill EP. So which I still have on vinyl and is just such an amazing EP to have in your collection. So I recommend this. I don't know if it's official. I really don't like promoting bootlegs, but this is a cool little CD.
That's neat. Is that something that you do know if it came out recently, Sue, or have you had it for a while?
It came out recently, I believe. We found out about it from a friend.
That's a really cool collection. Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, cool.
All right, Alan.
All right, my third and last one for the evening is Australian band Alchemist and their Organism album. Alchemist, again, kind of a little bit on the proggy side of death metal. They use sort of some tribal drumming, very kind of trancey rhythms and stuff. So it gives you another kind of weird vibe. Apparently, I've been listening to a lot of a little bit leaning progressive or strange stuff lately. But I always thought it was a very cool, interesting album. It's when you're in the mood for it, it's a really cool one to have on in the background or to sit and put headphones on with. Not the kind of album I take out to play very often, but yeah, when you want something that's a little more adventurous or challenging, it's a really neat one. They did several other albums. I've never heard any of the others. I know some of the others are held in pretty high regard too, so I need to check those out sometime. Only other thing I know about Alchemist is they were one of the bands that was really integral in starting one of the Australian festivals. It was something like Metal for the Brain. If Simon's in the chat, he can correct me if I've got the name slightly wrong. But it was a pretty big Australian metal festival for a number of years, and the money was it was also kind of like a fundraiser thing for folks. So yeah, they were a pretty big one on the Australian scene at the time, and got a little love here and there over the years in other places too. Still kind of an underground band, but yeah, another interesting sort of out there one for folks that are in the mood for such. And
Mike, thanks a bunch.
Mike, sorry, I couldn't see what name it was on the screen. Mike, thank you very much. Thanks to everybody.
All you guys rule.
We really appreciate
you
that.
Rule. Yeah.
Very kind of everybody. All right, Marty, you've got one last one, and then we've got to explain some trivia rules to folks.
Well, someone sent me, it might have been Alex, it was Alex, that there was a new Scanner album coming out. The Cosmic Race comes out on January 12th, 2024. So I pulled out their latest album, The Judgment. Been spinning this a bit. This is a definite step up from Scantropolis. I was not a big fan of that one. I did not much care for the singer on that one. But this one, kind of back to their roots a bit. Is it as good as the first album? No, it's not. But it's still a decent record. And the few clips I've heard on the new one sound encouraging. So it's all going to depend on if I like the singer or not. And also, before we wrap, I just wanted to wish this album a 38th birthday. Happy 38th birthday to Eternal Classic, Awaken the Guardian, Fate's Warning. Came out 38 years ago today, apparently. Atmospheric Genius, and this is the last of theirs that I really, really, really love. I know that's not shared amongst many people, but I'm a John Arch fan. I prefer the mystical side of Fate's Warning more so than the prog side. But happy birthday. classic album.
Yep, very cool one. And just following up on Scanner, Marty, I think you told me recently some of the older Scanner albums are getting a reissue on vinyl pretty soon.
Yeah. I can tell you, I'm on their page actually.
I don't remember.
Coming out December 8th. They are round of Rock of Angels and I can't read the other record label's name. They're reissuing Hypertrace, Mental Reservation, and Ball of the Damned on vinyl. Limited to 500 copies each. So don't snooze on those if you need to have those on vinyl. Probably only coming out in Europe, so make sure your pockets are deep.
Yep, shipping's a thing these days.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so that gives everybody out there some insights into what folks have been spending lately. And so now, on to the main attraction. Marty, shall I walk through how this is going to work for everybody?
Sure.
All right. So what we're playing tonight is the Metal Mental Meltdown Heavy Metal Trivia board game. This came out back around the turn of the century. We didn't pin down the exact year, but it was roughly around 99, 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. And
Thanks, North of the Rockies. You're too kind.
Appreciate it very much. Thanks, North. Always good to see you in the chat. And so, yeah, again, this is exactly what it sounds like. It was basically, a heavy metal version of Trivial Pursuit, with a few little rules tweaks. To simplify things, we're not going to worry about breaking out the board and all the pieces. That won't really work very well in a live stream environment. But what we're going to do is we've paired up. It's going to be, we have, let's see. With the team names, you can probably figure out how the team shaped up. On one side of the screen, we will have Team Hammered. And on the other side of the screen, we will have Team Professor Trouble. And if you can't sort out who's on which team, you have not been paying attention to our shows over time. But yes, it'll be Marty and Jurgen on one, and then myself and Sue on the other team. So the box of cards comes in different colors, and the different colors are supposed to represent difficulty level. That gray is the easy level, which they call headbangers. The green cards are the next level, called cranium crackers. I'm assuming they mean like bash and split, not like the snack food that you eat. The yellow cards are the skull crushers. And the red cards are the mental meltdown, and you get different number of points depending on how difficult the question is that you ask. So what we're going to do is just ask questions back and forth to the other team. They'll have a moment to talk, decide on a final answer. If they answer it right, they'll get the according number of points. The easy questions are worth 3 points. The second category are worth 5 points each. The third category are 7 points each, and the mental meltdown questions are 10 points each. So we're going to spend about 15 minutes in each of the 4 sections. So we'll start with the easy stuff and work our way back. And after the first hour, if everything hasn't collapsed into a total mess of chaos, we'll then allow the teams to start picking what kind of question they want. So that when Jurgen and Marty are way behind, they can pick hard questions to catch up, and Sue and I can just pick the easy questions to coast for a while, and let them feel like they're doing a good job, balancing out the score. So that is how it will go.
I'm feeling positive. Oh, yes, head fellow.
I've got a question.
Yes, absolutely.
Before we get to the mental meltdown questions, can we do a little bit of a break so I can smoke a little joint?
If we need a quick intermission along the way, I think we can work things out. But so yes, that will be it. So to those in the chat, by all means, feel free to play along, see how many questions you can get right, how many you can't get right. We're going to, we're not looking things up on our phones or anything like that. If we're not looking at the chat or putting stuff on screen as much, we're trying obviously not to get help and look for the answers. So apologies if we're not responding to comments as fast or as often as we usually do on stream. But yeah, we don't want to, look over there and be like, oh yeah, Jack says the answer is this. Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, we will try to avoid any of that. So, contestants, are we ready?
Ready.
I think they should go first, Jurgen. What do you think? I think they should go first because Team Hammered is just we're gonna bring up the rear.
we are still warming up. So and of course,
the correct way to build the team hype there, Marty, would have been to say we're going to hammer them, but Team Hammered is going to hammer you. See?
And of course,
I shouldn't have to coach your team for you, Marty. Now come on.
It's early. We'll have Hammered in many different situations this evening. Don't worry.
we will get there. All right. So you want to ask us the first question, or
Sure.
You want us to... Okay.
Oh boy. I want to pick a harder one, but name the longest standing drummer in Dark Angel.
This is the part where I remind everybody that I really suck at trivia games.
Team Hammered. Can we steal the question? But I already looked at the answer. I knew the answer anyway.
No, we cannot. Yeah, we can't steal questions because that would be a problem. Sue, do you remember?
I don't remember his name.
It's not. Is it? It's not Hoglin, is it? That doesn't sound.
Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
No, I'm not.
No
I'm
chat cheating.
I'm making sure the chat's not even over here on my side screen right now. So that,
let's go with Hoglin.
Sure, we'll give that a try. We'll go with Hoglin. Final answer.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Correct. 3 points.
I think they're patronizing us a bit there. They're probably, I don't know what that is. There's a false sense of confidence is what they're trying to.
Didn't Dark Angel open for Danger on one of their tours?
No, that would have been Dark Angel.
That was just Angel, not the Dark one.
True.
All right, let's get a question here for Team Hammered. Here we go. It says, Lay Down the Law was whose debut album? Lay Down the Law.
I have no idea. Lay Down the Law.
Mm-hmm. Lay Down the Law was whose debut album?
Here, wait a minute.
Marty's going for some inspiration.
Let me rub my liver. Rub my liver for luck.
It's starting off good, yeah. All right.
They get the underhand pitch, and we get this. I mean, this is. I think he's reading from the red. He's reading from the red cards. A mental meltdowns.
Great card.
All right.
Show it again.
Lay Down the Law. I don't know.
I'm going for Brutality.
No. That would have been Screams of Anguish.
Yeah, I know.
So that is not your final answer.
We concede.
No idea.
No guesses? All right. The answer is Keel.
No, I don't have any Keel. God, you get Dark Angel, we get Keel.
Did that question keel haul you a bit?
Yes. All right. Oh, here's one that they probably won't get. Who was the second lead singer of Asphyx? Oh, actually, this is an easy one.
I don't know.
Is there anybody? They wants the second?
They want the second.
All right.
Not the singer on Embrace the Death.
Okay, so not counting the demo stuff. Okay. So Van Drunen's first, but who replaces Van Drunen?
Someone said Gene Simmons.
Better than again. My default answer for everything is Ted Poley, but who replaced Van Drunen? Do you know, Sue?
No clue.
I am not going to pull it out of my butt. This is where I am not good at trivia. So, Ted Poley, final answer.
Sue, are you throwing in the towel too?
Yeah, I don't know.
It is actually Martin Van Drunen. The first singer was Theo Lumens.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad. I should have just guessed Van Drunen then. I thought, okay. Huh.
Okay, now it's time to drop another.
My timeline's
Maybe we're
wrong.
going to get a danger question or something.
Well, there's one in this box here somewhere, and it better be asked to me.
So before you read the question, my answer is danger.
Damn it. All right, let's see. What have we got here? Okay. Name the first drummer of Testament.
Louis Clemente.
Agreed.
Louis Clemente.
Final answer.
Louis
Yep.
Clemente is the correct answer. Team Hammered is on the board with 3 points. There you go.
All right. What band does Zach Stevens sing for?
Stevens.
Alan should know this one, unless
Okay, he's the-
unless it's wrong.
He's just was he the one who replaced John in Sabotage? It's Zach something.
Yeah, I think that might be right.
Okay. Want to go with that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with Sabotage. Final answer.
You are correct.
All right.
All right.
I've answered 2 questions. I'm done for the night. All right. Team Hammered, your third question. Name the Black Sabbath album that Ronnie James Dio first sang on.
Heaven and Hell.
Heaven and Hell.
Yeah. There you go. Yep. So there we go. There we go. Tied at 6 points apiece.
You want to drink every time we get something right? Holy shit!
I might as well drink. Oh, I'm reading questions. Okay.
You are
Oh,
reading.
it's already starting.
What is the name of the third Grim Reaper album?
See the Hell. There's Rock You to Hell. There's Fear No Evil. So the third one's Rock You to Hell then, right, Sue?
You lost me after See You in Hell, so.
Okay, yeah, See You. Well, Fear No. Let's see. The first one is See You in Hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Fear No Evil and Rock You to Hell. I think Rock You to Hell is the third one, unless I've got them backwards.
I think that's a good answer.
All right, we'll go with Rock You to Hell. Final answer.
Correct.
All right.
Sweet. Rest in peace, Steve Grimmett.
Absolutely. Hell of a talent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time for Team Hammered's fourth question.
Hey, thanks to all the 91 people watching us.
Try to slog our way through this. No, this is so far. I think so far we're doing okay. We're doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. CJ Snare sings for what band? So it's like CJ as initials and Snare SNARE.
Isn't there a band, Jurgen, that was on Shrapnel called CJ? It's like an acronym. I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're thinking of, Marty, but I can't say anything else.
I don't know. Do you know, Jurgen?
No, but I've got a fun answer.
Okay, what is it? Drop it.
CJ's Powerhouse.
Final answer.
A good stab, but the answer is Firehouse.
Oh, people in the chat are saying fire. Yeah, CJ. This is CJSS was the band I was thinking of, but
Yeah,
obviously
you were
that
thinking
was
of Dave
incorrect.
Chastain's. Yeah, Chastain was in that at one point. Yeah, Firehouse. Marty, don't treat me bad.
Hey.
That's the first and only time I'll ever get a Firehouse joke in on this stream. So, cheers. I'm going to enjoy that one.
Hey,
Oh,
wait! I am from Germany. I didn't get the question.
There you go. Oh, there's so many good questions on here, but I am just going to go with the first one, and it's the easiest one. What's the name of Ace Frehley's solo act?
Frehley's Comet.
Sounds right.
Correct.
Wait,
Alrighty.
Oh, there's a lot of good. Name Handsome Dick Manitoba's solo act. I don't know who that is.
the Dictators. Oh no.
Manitoba's Wild Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. All right, Marty, Jurgen, are you ready?
We are ready.
Question the fifth. Trial by Fire live in Leningrad is whose first live album?
Trial by Fire is a Testament song. I don't think that's a Testament live album, though. Live in Leningrad.
Mm-hmm.
Leningrad.
The Leningrad Cowboys?
Gorky Park.
Let's go with that. Gorky Park.
Final answer. All right, it's Yngwie Malmsteen.
Never even heard of it. Wow. All right, man, we're getting our arses spanked already. Sue and Alan, name the second live Exodus release.
Second live Exodus release?
Yep.
I know there was one called Lesson in Violence.
Okay. Was there one called Another Lesson in Violence too?
Maybe.
I know, seriously, I think I don't know if it was a live album or if it was but that title sticks in my head.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that for the next time we do this, Rick. The Jeopardy thinking music. That'd be funny.
No, please no.
Yeah. I do not know. I haven't heard any of the live Exodus albums, so
Well, let's go with Another Lesson in Violence. What the heck?
sure. Another Lesson in Violence. Final answer.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah. When great minds think together, like here at the top of the screen, magic happens.
Gorky Park for final answer. Alex.
Hey, Marty. Bang! Da, 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 da.
All right.
All right. Question number 6 for Marty and Jurgen. Whose debut solo release is called Stranger in This Town?
Oh. I know this. I know this. You know this, Jurgen? It's hold on.
Do I look like I know that?
It's a glam guy, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Bon Jovi? I don't know.
My first thought was Russ Ballard.
Okay. Ross Ballard, final answer.
All right. You were close, Marty. It's Richie Sambora.
Oh, Jesus.
You're on the right track.
Oh, sweet Jesus. That was so fucking close.
Why? Why do we get all the poser questions?
God.
Yeah, and just if we didn't make it clear to the folks watching this, each card does have several questions on it. You know, Marty and I agreed before we started, we were always just going to ask the first question on the card, unless we happen to draw a card that's already been used. So, like, if Marty draws this same card later, he'll just move down to question number 2.
Or if it's a question that seems weird, like, you know.
You look at the questions, it's like, wait, this makes absolutely no sense. They're asking us, like, how many, affairs did the members of Fleetwood Mac have or something? We're going to avoid that.
All right. Now they're going to get another softball question here. What's the name of the first Opeth release?
Yeah, the one with the flower. It's Orchid. Is that right, Sue?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. I almost said Morning Rise, but Morning Rise is the second one. Orchid, final answer.
Correct. No Richie Sambora there. No Richie to be found.
I'm gonna shut up unless there's a question about German thrash metal.
Let's see what we've got for you here then. It is a German metal question, Jurgen. So here's your chance to shine.
The answer is Kai Hansen.
I
Drink.
should have read the question before giving you it. Chroming Rose are from what nation?
I can even tell you the city they are from.
The street they're on, probably.
Yeah.
5 minutes away from him.
They are from Augsburg. My mother lived close to them. Yeah, Germany.
Germany, indeed. Actually, had somebody. I was chatting with somebody about Chroming Rose this afternoon in the comments of another video.
Swabia. It's the part of Bavaria. It's called Swabia.
All right. Are you writing our points down, Alan? I don't want.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yes, I have the score, and this will be the last question in the headbanger category. So we'll each get one more of these, and then we'll move into the cranium cracker category.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Jurgen. What were you going to say?
I answered 3 things. Do I get 9 points now?
No.
Yeah, bonus points.
I'm out. Good night.
All right. Professor Trouble team. Here we go. Describe the cover of Man-O-War's Kings of Metal.
Okay,
Should I just reenact it right here, right now?
Nice try.
Well, it's yellow, right?
Kind of orange and yellow, yep.
Yeah. And is it one guy on a horse, or is it?
Let's see.
It's a good guess.
Has it's the one arm up in the air with just the one guy.
Okay.
Is that enough? Do they want more?
Yeah, I mean, the answer is a barbarian standing in victory with a crown, a ring, and his sword held high. So, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All
We're
right.
not gonna nitpick that too much. Just remember that when Richie Sambora comes up again,
you were so close.
and
You
I
had
guess
it.
John Bon Jovi again. Anyway,
You were close. All right, so for Team Hammered, your last question from the headbanger category. Here's a thrash question for you, Jurgen. Chuck Billy sings for what thrash unit?
Testament. Final answer.
Dublin Death Patrol.
And the legacy. The legacy.
No, the legacy was Steve
right.
Sousa.
That was Sousa. Yep.
No, don't get too fancy there. You almost threw where you threw.
We already got the points. We're good. So okay, now we're going to this cranium crackers, right?
Yes, the green questions. So heading into this, so that's our first round. So Team Professor Trouble has 21 points, and Team Hammered has 12 points. So
Say that again. I was reading. What'd you say?
Team Professor Trouble has 21 points, and Team Hammered has 12 points. But the questions are now worth 5 points each. So this is a
I'm
good
not
time
worried. I'm
for
not
Team
worried.
Hammered to catch up.
All right. What is John Cirrus's real last name?
Space Cadet is obviously apt, but not probably on his birth certificate.
Fruit Loops.
Mothership.
Anal probe.
According to a lot of former bandmates, yes. I'm not sure I knew Cirrus wasn't his real name. To be honest.
I didn't know.
Trying to think if there's anything that would indicate. Sue, do you have any guess? Because now
No.
I don't. Poli.
According to this answer, it's camps. CAMPS. Camps.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Oh, we've learned something tonight.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, Team Hammered, your first cranium cracker question. Name the first release by Despair.
History of Hate was the first LP.
Final answer?
History of Hate.
I like it.
History of Hate it is.
And it was the first release on Century Media Records.
Because it's the owner of
Ah.
Century Media is in that band.
Right.
Good deal. All right, 5 points for Team Hammered.
Suck it. Here we go. In Snow White, Debbie Gunn replaced who?
Ooh.
I did not know this. No idea.
No, I've got nothing for this. Sue, do you have any ideas?
Mm-mm.
No.
I think the first name is Sandy. Right.
Not according to this. There are some mistakes in this game we have found over the years, but the answer to this is Nicole Lee.
Nicole Lee. Yeah, right.
Okay. Nope. News to me.
Richie Sambora. Okay.
All right. So, Team Hammered, here's your next question. Sorry, there's just a little typo in the wording here.
Quality
Who?
control.
Yeah, it says whose, but it should say who. Who recorded and released Enter Suicidal Angels?
Oh.
Dark Tranquility.
Yeah. Final.
Sure that- Final answer? Dark Tranquility it is.
Cranium Crackers is where we're going to bury you two.
Yeah, you're
Actually,
catching up
Jurgen is.
rapidly.
I'm just going to sit here and be as Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy.
Soon I have to let you catch up to make it interesting for folks in the chat. You know, it's getting a little out of hand there. So,
All right.
Debbie Nicole, something from Snow White.
Team Professor Trouble.
Nicole's mother doesn't remember that about Snow White.
Name the Alice Cooper tune covered by Hanoi Rocks on their 6th release.
Hanoi
Maybe.
Rocks had 6 releases?
Maybe I'm 18 or school's out.
One of those two would be the safe bet.
Hmm.
I can't get over the fact that Hanoi Rocks had 6 releases. I thought they had about 2 or 3. So I will let you guess on this one, Sue, since I messed up the last guess we had to do.
Let's go with school's out.
The answer is Under My Wheels.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've heard other bands cover that, but
Yeah.
did not know Hanoi Rocks did it.
Mm.
All right. Team Hammered, your next question is, let's see, on Inspiration, what Kansas tune did Ingwe cover?
Say what? Read the first part again. I'm sorry. On what
Sure.
album?
On Inspiration, the title of the album appears to be Inspiration,
I do not have that album.
and it asks what Kansas tune did Ingwe cover?
I mean, the obvious answer is Carry On My Wayward Son, but I mean, maybe that's a little too obvious. But Inspiration, I don't know. What do you think, Jurgen?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Carry On My Wayward Son, final answer.
That is correct. Sometimes the obvious answer is the best answer.
Team Hammered for
Team
the
Hammered
come
has
from
stormed
behind
back.
victory. All right. Johnny Hagel replaced who in Tiamat?
I used to love that band.
Who left Tiamat?
Yeah.
I did pretty quickly after they started doing like Broadway tunes.
I cannot think of anybody who left Tiamat.
Yeah, I
Can you,
can't
Sue?
either. No.
Martin Van Drunen, because I messed it up last time.
Guys, concede.
Obvious answer: the old bass player.
Martin Van Drunen.
Jurgen Thulberg.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
No,
Not on the
hint.
tip of my tongue.
No.
Nope. All right, then. All right, let's see if Team Hammered can keep rolling through the cranium crackers. Who did Steve Vai replace in Alcatraz?
Oh, probably Yngwie Malmsteen.
Mm-hmm.
You good with that, Jurgen?
Yeah.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
That is correct. A lot of Ingwe questions.
A lot of, yeah, too many.
And nobody's disagreeing with Sue on that either.
Answer: donuts. Okay. Okay, ready? Members of Carnivore later formed this band. Wait a minute. Okay. We're gonna skip this one because it says members of what, or shouldn't I not?
Sub-Zero?
No, it says I'm gonna skip this one because it says members of Carnivore later formed this band. Then you flip it over, the answer is Carnivore.
Oh.
So that tells me that's a fuck up or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they just copied the same name instead. The answer would be, yeah. Are we asking that one or?
No, we're gonna skip that one. What is the name of the first Exhumer release?
I don't know Exhumer. You know Exhumer?
Let's say the first album's called Exhumer.
Sure. It's self-titled.
Rising from the Sea, right? Is that the Up from the
No.
Sea? No. What is it?
Rising from the Sea is the second one.
Possessed by Fire.
No.
I knew the carnivore questions.
Yeah, somehow we skipped the typo negative.
Was that right?
Yeah,
I mean, it
typo
should have been
negative.
typo negative,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
see, there's some
Yeah.
fuck ups on this. It wasn't the quality control on here is.
Yep.
was
Yeah,
questionable.
they just in that question case, kind of copied the name from the question rather than
Mhm.
Yeah.
putting the one from the answer. All right. If you're going to cheat us out of 5 points, we understand.
You know what? I should actually. You should just have that one because you would have guessed typo. That's the. Go ahead and take the points. I'm not going to be like that. Take the points seriously.
It's all good. It's all
That's only fair because that's an easy answer. Take
on
seriously.
some of these where we know that there's a typo, there's no problem with that.
So take the answer. You guys would have got that right. Seriously, that's 5
It's all
points.
All right, let's see. We got we still got a few more minutes in this round. So the next one for y'all. All right, Dean Castronova replaced Jamie St. James in what band?
Jamie St. James is a familiar name. Wait a minute. Isn't Casanova Vinnie Vincent? Read the question again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. Dean Castronova replaced Jamie St. James in what band?
I think it's Wasp.
Okay. Yeah. Wasp. Final answer.
Well, good guess. It's Wild Dogs.
I said that. But it's only because of my accent.
Wasp is German for dog, right? You said it in a very wild kind of state of mind.
All right. This is an underhand one, maybe. Where do Vader hail from?
Vader's
Poland, right?
pretty sure.
Yep. Correct.
Poland. Okay. Yes. One of those bands I've never really dug into very deeply, but need to. Got to stop listening to Paul Chain records for an hour to save 5-second drum beat. All right, let's see. We've got. All right, this will be last round of. No, we got time. So yeah, we'll each get one more question from the green cards after this one. What U.S. state was Wehrmacht from?
Oh.
I think it's supposed to be pronounced German, kind of like a Wehrmacht.
It's either Seattle or Portland. I think it's Seattle. Is that right, Jurgen?
Let's say yes. Seattle.
I think it's Seattle. Final answer.
To give you a fair shot, it asks for the state, not the city.
Oh, Washington.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Washington.
Oregon.
Motherfucker!
Everyone who's not on the Pacific Coast does tend to get those two states mixed up. Even in class, I'll just blurt out both names to cover my butt anytime I have to talk about it.
I knew it was one or the other, and I chose unwisely. Sorry, Jurgen. Sorry. All right.
Everyone's like, "Where's Mount St.
If they were
Helens?"
called,
Like, yeah, it's up there in Oregon, Washington area.
What'd you say, Jurgen?
if they were called Biermarkt, I would say Bavaria.
That's actually their second album is called Biermacht.
Yeah.
Name the Sex Pistols tune covered by Megadeth.
Oh, Anarchy in the UK.
Final answer.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
All right. And the last cranium cracker for Team Hammered is, let's see. Where are trans metal from? Trans metal is one word.
Mexico. Are you down with that, Jurgen?
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, final answer.
That is correct. All right. So, at the end of the cranium cracker round, let's see.
Gained a little footing in that round, Jurgen.
Yep. Team,
Please take the 5 points for the typo negative, because that I shouldn't have. I should have just plowed through that.
Okay, now we'll put that in. So Team Professor Trouble is up to 36 points. And Team... Let's see. Yes, and Team Hammered is at 37 points. So 36 to 37 after 2 rounds.
I knew it was going to go this way.
But yes. Now we get to the yellow cards. These are the Skull Crushers, and they are worth 7 points apiece. So shit just got real.
All right. Seder wrote a song based on the Book of Revelations. Name it.
Oh, Dawn. That one is Dawn of a New Age. Is that right, Sue?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, it's a Satyr-Con. It's on Nemesis.
Nemesis
but I don't think
Divina.
it's Nemesis. I'm pretty sure it's Dawn of a New Age.
This is Armageddon.
For the day of wrath is coming, and who among us shall stand? Dawn of a New Age. Final answer.
Correct.
All right.
Thank you.
7 points for Team Professor Trouble.
All right.
And now Team Hammered gets their first yellow card, Skull Crusher question. What have we got here? Who produced Anthrax's second demo and first single?
Oh, isn't it one of the dudes from the Rods?
Carl Kennedy.
Yeah. We'll go with Carl Kennedy.
Final answer?
Yep.
Very good guess, but it is Ross the Boss. Yeah. Kennedy
Did not know
produce-
that. Did not know that.
Kennedy was a good guess because he did production work for a lot of folks on that New York scene. So no, that very respectable answer. Probably a better guess than I would have. If Sue didn't answer that, we weren't getting it right.
I was going to say Carl Kennedy. Yeah.
Yep, we were all on the same page.
Mhm.
All right, Marty.
Who played the keyboards on Canatonia's debut?
Debut album?
Mm-hmm.
So Dance of December Souls. that guy who also did the night work. What was that other project? Jens something?
Jens Johansson?
Could be. I'm not sure.
Aaron says it's Greg Jeffrey.
Jeff would say that. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Oh, it was actually Aaron that said that. If I
Oh,
said
sorry.
Jeff,
I thought you said Jeff.
No.
Aaron, yep. Aaron would also say that.
Wakeman. You guys are helping. I love it.
If it's not him, Sue, there's one other I'm thinking of, but I can't pull the other name out of my butt. So let's just go with your answer.
Okay.
Who did you say, Sue?
Jens Johansson.
Well, the answer here is De Dizera, which is otherwise known as Dan Swano.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Okay.
Nope.
De Dizera was his pandemonium name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So nope. All right. On to question number 2 from the yellow category for Team Hamad. We have. Oh, okay. This looks reasonable. What label were Blood Feast first signed to in the U.S.?
Oh, that would be. I mean, I bought it in the U.S. on New Renaissance, but I would say New Renaissance Records. I don't know if that's right or not, but
I think it was Wild Rags.
you think?
Yeah, but I'm not too sure.
I do not remember.
Oh, it's I miss. No. I thought about Bloodcom. That was New Renaissance is correct. Yeah, New Renaissance.
New Renaissance final. I was thinking I want to go with Jurgen on this one, but I don't know if that's right. New Renaissance might not be either, but that's how I bought it. So, Is it New Renaissance?
It is New Renaissance. You are correct.
Whew. I would have said, okay, Wild Rags final. Something my gut told me that wasn't right.
No, I got Bloodcom in my head.
Oh, right on. That's not where that's supposed to be, but whatever. Okay. In 1989, who did Icon tour with in North America? Do not know this.
Icon got to tour in 1989. That would have been probably right between the Eyes tour. But who the heck they toured with? Well, I think it's a safe bet that Icon wasn't the opening act. Yeah. So, who was somebody Icon could have opened for in '89, Sue?
Awesome. I don't know.
They wouldn't have gotten to open in '89. I can't imagine they would have gotten on anything like a Guns N' Roses tour. Probably someone like a step down from Guns N' Roses, but a step up from Danger Danger.
Like Rat.
I know it's a narrow. There's a very narrow gap I'm defining there,
Yeah.
but someone like Bon Jovi.
No, they wouldn't have taken Icon now.
Nah, you're right. That's not a good one. Yeah, Icon's one of those awkward bands. Who would take Icon?
What's up, Mark?
I feel like we can at least come up with an educated guess.
Stranger Danger.
Who would have been on tour in '89? White Lion?
They were still an opening band, too.
Yeah. Poison, but again, that doesn't feel like the kind of band Poison would have taken out. Apparently, Hanoi Rocks had 6 albums. Maybe they were still around touring together.
How about Motley Crue?
Okay, well, yeah, that's not a bad idea. '89, they would have probably been out for Girls, Girls, Girls. If the answer is Yingwei Malmsteen, I'm going to flip this. But no, I like that. So you want to go with crew?
Right, let's try Motley Crue.
Let's do the crew. Final answer.
The answer is get high on a new thing. Enough's enough.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
that. I refuse to acknowledge that band's existence.
yeah.
That was their only hit.
Okay, I was mistaken. Icon took Enough's Enough out on the road with them. Yeah, that's where we went wrong on that one. We needed a band lower down the food chain than Icon, not higher.
All right.
All right.
Team Professor Trouble.
No, you just read us that
We
one.
just did
Oh,
that.
crap. I was excited. I'm going to save that one. Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah, you'll get to ask us in a second.
I like reading questions. It's fun. Anyway,
It is fun. Right now, I've got to read you a question.
wait a minute. Let's everybody take a moment here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. I have effects over here, so that helps. Helps
Good
make
job.
a crap sound good. Anyway,
All right. Your question. Freight Train was the first video/single for what band?
oh, that's no, that's not it. I was gonna say Soul Asylum, but that's Runaway Train.
Mm.
Never mind. Freight
Didn't
Train. Go
Didn't
ahead.
Guns N' Roses have a song called Freight Train?
Night Train.
That's
Yeah,
Night
that's one.
Train.
Night Train.
Freight Train. Motorhead on the Orgasmatron album? No.
I have no idea. Zero idea.
Let's go for Richie Sambora.
Final answer, Richie Sambora.
That's
Yeah.
a fair answer. Nitro.
Ah,
It rings a very tiny bell somewhere in the back of my brain.
no, look at where is it? Where is it? Someone.
Now, to the viewer, something we should point out. This game was pretty much completely built by someone from Canada.
Yeah.
This question right here reeks of Canadian band nobody outside of Canada ever heard of.
People are saying Nitro, so people in the chat knew this. Either that or they're cheating. No cheating, chat. All right. Here we go.
Can they really cheat if they're not playing?
Well, they could look it up and, name the British label Virus first signed with.
Oh, shit. It's on the shelf over there behind me. It's that first album with the black and white cover. It's got like the sci-fi Mad Max themes. It's got Pray for Wars, the album.
Mhm.
But it wants the label. Crap.
I only have Force Recon, and I have not listened to that album since the day I bought it, probably, or the week I bought it.
You don't want to listen to a C version Master of Puppets? What's wrong with you?
That album, they never did anything for me.
Yeah, Pray for War is a cool album. Now I like the album, but what label? It would have been. All right, Sue, we're gonna have to.
Well,
Get it
what
educated,
British
yeah.
labels are there?
Yeah, exactly. It would have come out around '85. They were a band coming out of the punk scene, crossing over into metal. It had been 80, maybe 86, 85.
Like a lot of British bands did, actually. It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
So we need a British label around that would have catered to something like that.
Music for Nations or
I don't think it was as big as Music for Nations because it was kind of a small release.
mhm.
It wouldn't have been anything like Neat Records. They were
No.
not at the time. It wasn't anything like Road. I mean, it wasn't Roadrunner. That's not even
No, it's not
British.
British.
Axe was there Axe label? Axe Killer? That's not British.
Mm.
Shit. What labels were putting up metal? What was Napalm Death? No, Napalm Death was
Earache.
Earache. That wasn't an Earache
No,
project.
you don't think so?
No, they just rats. What label was like Satan on or Clovenhoof around that time? Like their second albums.
Can't think of it.
Crud. What about Onslaught? What was Onslaught on? power station?
Or not like bronze, right? No, that would be too big.
Yeah, bronze
Also.
was already probably folded by then. Power station. What about something like Kilowatt that Angel Witch was on around that time?
That's probably a good guess. Yeah.
That's about all I got. Want to go with that one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll guess Kilowatt though. I don't have much confidence in this one.
I think I know it.
Okay.
Metalworks.
Metalworks.
Oh.
Metal. Oh, okay. Now, good question. I would not have remembered. All right. I'm happy I came up with an educated guess.
Can we steal? Could that be a steal in
No.
the steal? No. Damn it.
Let's see. I tell you, when we get to the end of the when we get into the free for all kind of round, maybe we'll powwow and see if we want to allow steals in the in that round. All right. All right. Your question is: name the second Zyklon B demo.
The Norwegian band?
It's Zyklon with a Z.
Yeah.
It has -B at the end, if that matters.
I don't even remember the name of that record that came out. It's got the nuclear cloud on it. I don't know.
The demo was re-released as a mini CD on Nuclear Blast, and I think it's either War or Total War. I would go for Total War.
Total War, final answer.
Okay. The answer is Goronography.
I said that.
Curse that accent of yours.
Is this a different Zyklon B than the Norwegian supergroup? Or?
Good question. I do not know. Maybe the chat can illuminate us, because I'm not familiar.
I have no idea. All right. We're in the yellow still. Okay.
Yes, this will be the last yellow question for each team. Then we'll get to the red.
What producer had a short-lived band project called Only Child?
I've never heard of Only Child, so Desmond Child?
Only Child, wasn't that a like a Christian metal band that was on Metal Blade, or am I thinking of something else?
You thinking maybe a Sacred Child?
Mm.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I've got nothing here, Sue, except for Desmond Child because of the child thing.
That's fine with me.
Okay. Wow. Desmond Child.
Paul Sabu. And the question that was directly underneath it, when were Pentagram US formed?
That would be... I'm afraid of what the card's going to answer. But Pentagram, the USA band, doing the earliest stuff by them is dated, I think, December 1970. But what does the card say? What does the card say?
The card says October 31st, 1981.
Yeah, fuck that.
No,
that might be true for the Death Row era, Pentagram. But that would be that's the kind of question that gets you in trouble with this game.
Do I get 1 point for I've seen Death Row live?
You get 1 point added to your true heavy metal street cred score, sir.
And guess who was guess who was the singer on that concert?
Richie Sambora.
The answer tonight is always Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yeah.
He hurt his wrist, so he had to take over vocal duties since he couldn't play. But
no, it was Eric Wagner.
Oh,
that was a Wagner. Oh, okay.
Jesse says that wasn't the right Zyklon B, and it was their first demo, not second. So there is obviously another mix-up in the card. Yeah, there's some mistakes.
Yep, it do happen. All right, here's your last Skull Crusher question, gentlemen. This is always the word you want a trivia game question to start with. Approximately.
Can our answer be approximate?
Let's see. Let's just see where this goes. I haven't read the question. Approximately how many units?
If this is math, I am flipping the table. There's no doubt about it.
I will read the question, and if you guys want a different question, I will go to the second question because this one was a very time-sensitive kind of question.
We got it now. The glasses, the Jurgen's spectacles are on.
Hopefully, his testicles are on too.
Hopefully.
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to pass on this question, I will go to another one. It says approximately how many units has Metallica, aka the Black Album, sold as of late 1998?
I've heard that they sell 9,000 a week of those.
Would
Zero.
you like to go to the next question?
It's 0.
Yes, the answer on the card is 29 million had sold by.
And what was the year?
By the end of 1998, so that would have been within.
Oh, 98. I thought it was 89, so I said 0.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be correct for 89. Okay, let's try the next one here.
29 million. Wow.
Over
Still
7
sells
years,
like crazy.
so they're selling an average of 4 million a year.
Wow.
That's a thing. Okay, let's try this next one. Who drew the cover of the Noisy Mama debut? I swear I'm not making it up. Number 2. Who drew the cover of the Noisy Mama debut?
I'd rather answer the ophthalmia question, to be honest with you. I don't know who Noisy Mama is. Jurgen, save me. Save your hammered cohort.
It was Noisy Mama's grandma, so a noisy grandma.
Final answer.
The final answer is Derek Riggs.
Derek Riggs' final answer.
Ed Ripka. No, I'm messing with you. Ed Roth. But Ed, and it says Ed Big Daddy Roth.
Sweet.
This also reeks of a Canadian question that nobody outside of Canada
Yeah.
could possibly know the answer to. Okay, that wraps up our Skull Crusher round. Both teams answered one question, right? So
We're still in the lead.
Professor Double goes to 43, and Team Hammered has gone to 44 as we enter the mental meltdown. These questions are worth 10 points apiece.
This is easy. Ready?
Ready.
Name the book that Amorphous based Tales from the Thousand Lakes on.
I know. The Cantelatar.
This is not right.
Oh, wait. That's the one that Elegy was based on. The other one was, oh, man.
Is it like Cantileva? I'm butchering the pronunciation.
Cavalera?
They just reissued it here actually recently. You can buy the book with new cover and new production. It's great.
It's Cantilava, Calavella.
Well, it was the Cantelatar was this like a Finnish folklore book that Elegy was based on.
So that's the
But
second
there's
one.
another Finnish folklore book that I can't think of the name of.
Yeah, it's got a very similar name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm making up words hoping I can jog your memory soon.
Mm-hmm.
Cantilava, Kajalava.
I don't think it started with a K though.
Oh, okay. If it didn't start with a K, then I am completely off base.
Calaval, maybe it was a K. Kalevala or something like that. I don't know.
My Cantalay. That was a song.
That was a song.
Yes, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Take your best shot at it, because apparently I'm getting the songs and the books mixed up.
Yeah. Kalevala. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Kalevala.
Is it?
Mhm.
Wow, that was...
All right.
Oh my
Way to go,
God.
Sue.
Okay.
Jurgen
Crap.
and Marty, your turn to enter the mental meltdown realm with, let's see.
Hey, we didn't have the wheat break.
Priorities. Let's see. We will take a break when we get to the end of the mental meltdown round before we go into the more free for all round. because yes, people may need to pee or get drinks or other things, and we can catch up with the chat a bit then too. All right, guys, here you go. Which death doom goth band dedicates all of their releases to themselves? It's a very goth thing to do.
Death Doom Goth Band.
That I'm reading it right off the card. Which death doom goth band dedicates all of their releases to themselves?
Well, you start looking at Death Doom Goth, you got what? You got a little bit of Paradise Lost that does that. You got a little bit of My Dying Bride that does that. You got a little bit of Anathema that did that for a minute. I don't think any of those would do that. Do you, Jurgen? That sounds like maybe an Anathema thing.
I don't think it's anathema. I think it's some weird stuff.
What's another? I don't know.
November.
I'm cool with that. You know, go with that final.
November
final.
November. Fair guess. And Catatonia. I'd never heard that about Catatonia.
Huh.
Okay.
Cool. They're not really Death Doom. They're more of a blackened. Anyway, cool. All right. Mental Meltdown. Coming at you, Professor Trouble. Name the song that both Q5 and Great White have recorded.
Once Bitten, Twice Shy, maybe.
Is that who Great White covered it from? Was Q5?
I know it was a cover, but no,
Yeah.
I think that was Todd Rundgren or something originally.
I think I only know 2 more Great White songs, so I don't have many things I can guess from.
There's also Rock Me. I think that was a cover too.
Forgot about that one. Yeah, I don't know if that's a cover or not. Q5 could have could Q5 have covered Once Bitten? Could they both have covered Once Bitten, Twice Shy? I have no idea what Q5 did or didn't do, so
Let's go with Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
sounds good. Final answer.
Final answer is Ain't No Way to Treat a Lady.
Okay. That was beyond my great.
Oh,
white
look at
knowledge.
Mike. Look at Mike sliding in there.
Oh. Ain't no question to be asking Professor Trouble. All right. Second mental meltdown question for Marty and Jurgen.
Sound out the big words.
No. This I saw this type of question. I remember that there are some that have this type of question. So this is a little open-ended, but I think it will function. Name 5 bands named after animals without white or black in their names.
All right. Tigers of Pantang.
Pantera.
Thinking of the time here. Scorpions.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty open-ended, so I mean, I'm not going to go by what's on the back of the card. If you get 5, animal name bands, that's fair.
White Lion.
I
can't
white
use
or black
white
in the name.
Yeah.
You activated the trap card. All the Metal Yu-Gi-Oh fans have now lost their minds.
Voivod.
I'm not putting up a finger for Voivod.
Fun fact: there's a species of cockroach named after Voivod. Or if there's not, there should be.
Two more. Pegasus. Well, that's not a real animal. That's not a real animal. Where am I going with that?
Unicorn.
Two more.
These do the animals that you can see in a zoo, not your imagination.
This shouldn't be this hard.
You know you want to say condor. You know you want to say it.
The crows. Not the black crows. I have a proof over there that that's a band called the Crows.
Okay, we'll take it. The Crows. They're not gonna be on the card, but that's fine.
Yeah.
One more. Why is this so hard?
Because you're live on air with dozens and dozens of people watching you, and you're afraid to fail.
What did you say?
Horse.
Fire horse? Is that a real thing?
But I can prove it. I just sold that record.
Fire horse. Final answers. What did they have in the thing?
Let's see. What did they have on the thing? They had rat, Marty,
obviously, Jesus.
Jaguar,
Yeah.
King Cobra, Zebra, Viper, Raven.
Ryan said Goat Lord. We could have named 1,000 goat bands.
I feel like you guys should lose 10 points by struggling over this.
We did it. We did it. Victory. We are victorious. Okay.
You get there's an asterisk next to your 10 points for that one, sir.
Oh God.
So
in the record book there shall be an asterisk because you did not use rat.
What are you gonna say, Jurgen?
The band The Crows, a couple of Sodom members played before they joined Sodom.
Okay.
This should not be a mental meltdown question. I'm just saying. How many
the five animal bands probably shouldn't have been on it.
Yeah. How many different covers are there for Fate's Warning's A Night on Brocken?
There's
Never heard
3,
of it.
right?
Yes, there's Night on Brocken. Yeah, you've got the original Witch on the Hill, then you've got the witch being burned at the stake, looking like she's thinking about baking cookies.
Which is the Bonsai Press.
Yeah, and there's Metal Blade versions of it too.
There's only one Metal Blade version of it. Well, they reissued it again with the original cover, but
no, I mean you can get the Burning Witch with Metal Blade labels.
Really?
I'll go check on the break and I'll double check. And then the Full Moon cover. So Sue's right. There's 3.
3 is correct. Simple question.
I'll have to check out this Fate's Warning band. They keep coming up.
Yeah, keep coming up.
All right, here's your next one, gentlemen. We've got okay. Which James Brown tune has LA Guns covered?
Papa's got a brand new bag.
Is that the only James Brown song you know, Marty?
Yeah. Papa's got a brand new bag. Final answer.
That is correct. Yep.
Suck it. Team hammered. Let me just revel in that for a minute. Okay, here we go. When
played,
and
sir.
where?
Well
What's that?
Well played, sir.
Yeah.
Well played.
When and where were the 2 live tracks on LA Guns' I Want to Be Your Man EP done?
Oh, sure.
Good luck guessing that.
Yeah.
When and where were the 2 live tracks on LA Guns' I Want to Be Your Man EP done?
When and where?
Why is that? Who cares? Who cares?
I mean,
The we-
because
the-
when and where, I'm thinking maybe it's some kind of big event thing, like the
Mhm.
Berlin Wall coming down. Except
Mhm.
they wouldn't invite LA Guns to that because they would have built the wall right back up again.
The where is definitely Leningrad.
I don't know, Sue. Do we just have to pull something out of her butt here?
Budokan.
That should be as good a guess as anything. But then we need a
But
win
like
also.
when?
Just pick a year. It's not a date. It's a year.
Oh,
Oh, they
I'll
want
give
a
you that
year.
for a hint. You're
Fair
You're
enough.
never gonna guess it.
No, we're not.
1989.
Yeah, I don't even know when that EP would have come out.
Mm.
Yeah, 1989 at the Budokan. It's not. No.
Well,
need
you
to
get
belabor
half of it right. Boston in 1989. Good guess on the 1989. Wow.
it. Yeah. Oh well. Who the fuck cares?
There's 2 back-to-back LA Guns questions. My God.
Mm.
In the like hard category, I guess that's why they're in the hard category. This should be the what the fuck nobody cares category. but it's the same category that had name bands named after animals.
Mm.
That's weird. That's this right here. Whoever made this game, if you're watching this, this is why your game didn't get distributed by Hasbro. I'm just saying.
Parker Brothers.
Or Parker Brothers or anybody else that had a company in distribution. Here we go.
And they gave away more copies for promotion to most of the people that would have bought it in the first place. Anyway.
All right. This okay. Let's see. Name the first genocide demo, and this particular genocide was later known as Repulsion.
Oh, I have no idea. And they're from my home state. No idea.
Horrified.
Wait a minute.
The demo is called Horrified.
We'll go with Horrified.
All right. It says the stench of burning death.
Oh, and they were genocide. Right on. Yeah, I wouldn't. I have no idea.
Yep. All right. We get one more cranium crack or no metal meltdown each, and then we'll do our short intermission, talk with the chat, and let Jurgen reinvigorate himself.
All right. Name 2 German bands that have a picture of a I'm sorry. Let me start over. Name 2 German bands that have a picture of a half-buried skull on one of their releases. I can think of one right off the bat. Is that not even on here?
I got them both. I'm gonna use the toilet.
2 German albums with a half-buried skull
Well, the one that I thought of is on there. So
on the cover.
Okay.
All right. Running Wild's Pile of Skulls. That has a ton of skulls on it in kind of a mound where they're sort of half buried. I think we should get credit for that.
Okay.
I'll give you credit for Running Wild. That's one.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we need another one with a half buried skull.
Does Creator have anything like that?
That's a good question.
No.
Don't
Yeah.
think so, though.
Mm.
Let's see. Does Rage have anything like that? Execution Guaranteed doesn't. Halloween is mostly pumpkins. I can't think.
An awesome CGI.
What about Gravedigger?
Let's see. They've got the planet as a skull. Then they've got Witch Hunter. Then they've got War Games. None of those have skulls on them. Then they had the Metal Duck, which that's had a metal duck on it. And then they disappeared for a long time to do penitence for releasing the Metal Duck album. So no, I don't think there's a Rage. Nothing strikes me from Gravedigger. Sinner. Did Sinner have a? God, they had so many albums.
Yeah, I don't know all of them. Gamma Ray, Primal Sphere, Sodom.
Sodom. Destruction. Does Destruction have anything with a buried skull?
Crack Brain. No.
Okay. I liked the way this question started with German metal bands.
But
a half-buried skull.
yeah. Doro accept. Scorpions. Nope.
Except doesn't have anything like that I can think of.
No.
Scorpions?
No. No skulls.
Not weird enough for scorpions. covers.
Yeah, not X-rated enough for
Yeah.
scorpions. Iron Angel, they didn't have buried skulls on their covers. Storm Witch? Storm Witch is the kind of band that would have skulls on the cover. Someone's
I think we have to throw in the towel on this one.
Skull Witch does, or Storm Witch. Now, Storm Witch has some skulls on covers. I don't know if there's one that counts as half buried. Scanner didn't have one buried. Storm Witch has a lot of skulls, though.
I'm fine to go with that one.
What was your final answer?
We got Running Wild and
Running Wild is I'll give you that one.
yeah. I was trying to think if there's anyone else that we're blatantly overlooking. Storm Witch has several albums with skulls on the cover. I don't know if any of it counts as half buried, but they do have some that feature skulls on the covers. So I don't know what we want to do with that one. I'm not thinking of anything else.
No.
To go with Crater Tankard? No, Tankard.
No.
Half buried beer, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do Storm Witch and Running Wild, and you'll have to decide if you want to give us credit for the Storm Witch or not.
Well, the answer is they have here is Axel Rudy Pell, Rage, the Reflections of a Shadow has a half buried skull on it, and Running Wild. So,
Rage.
however you want to swing. What were you gonna say, Jurgen?
Tankard has the Stone Cold Silver cover with the alien skull half buried.
Ah,
Okay. I don't know. Do you want to throw it out and give us a different one? Since there's
maybe that would be a fair one. Let's do
Okay.
that. All right. What was the working title of the third King Cobra release? There, that's better.
yeah. It was called "We Fucking Suck." Wanted Ted Poley.
It's a classy title.
Oh, wait. Actually, read it. Is it the King Cobra with the K's?
Yep. And Carmine Apiece is a drummer for them. Yeah.
It wants their third album.
Yeah. What was the working title for the third King Cobra release?
A working title, so not actually the official title necessarily. I'm just going to say I think the album title is actually 3, but I don't know if they had a different working title. Sue, you're my King Cobra expert.
No idea.
Save me, Obi-Wan, Sue. You're my only hope.
The answer is Edith the Y.
Yeah. King Cobra, this is why nobody remembers anything about you. Fuck you, King Cobra. All right, Marty and Jurgen, your last question from the mental category here. Yeah, these have been some weird questions in this category. Name 2 guests on Glenn Evans's 1990 solo project, CIA.
Danny Lilker and John Connelly.
That would be my guess. Yep.
You were half right. You got Danny Lillico was one, yes. Anthony Bramante was the other one.
The guitar player.
So, good guess. Good guess.
Right.
All right. Well, in that round, we both got 2 questions right. So the math remains easy. Team Professor Trouble has 63 points, and Team Hammered has 64 points. All right.
Say that again.
63 to 64 is a 1-point race before we go into our bonus round. But yes, we'll take a break here if anybody needs refreshments, bathrooms, recreational activities, Jurgen.
No, I just need some more beer.
Beer is good too. But chat, sorry again, we haven't been able to look at the chat because that would be cheating. But hope folks are having fun with this.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun idea. Fun.
It's going pretty good so far, I'd say. Pretty good.
Mhm.
So, yes, in the next round, what we'll do is each team can pick which category they want a question from. So, if there's a category that people felt comfortable with, they can stick to those. If they want to challenge themselves, they can go with something different. Do we want to allow steals if a team misses a question this time through? I think that was a fair idea to consider.
I'm
What do you
fine
think?
with the steal. I think that'd be fun.
Sue, what do you think?
Yeah. And how long will this round go?
Let's do this round for what are folks comfortable with? 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
I'm here no matter what, so we go as long as you guys want.
Sue, what's good for you?
I can do 30 minutes,
Okay.
but
Well,
that's
yes.
probably bow out for the evening if that's okay.
That will be absolutely fine.
And
All right. So yes, we'll do
I need a quick break. I'll be right back.
Right on.
Yep.
I do too. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Yes, no problems at all.
I think we should do that for 2 more hours.
The number of times that they're going to ask LA Guns questions in another 2 hours is more than any of us I can hold up with. So yeah, Falafel. I mean, one of the things with this game, and I remember they advertised it this way, was that they really did try to get a big cross section. They didn't want it to be just thrash metal or just death metal or just black metal. But that means that yes, there are a lot of sort of hair metal type bands covered in it as well. Let's see, Mike V. The scores definitely reflected this. That the first block had pretty easy questions, but yeah, after that, things got pretty weird pretty fast because both teams did pretty well in round one. Well, actually, no. Jurgen and Marty, y'all did pretty well in round two also. But yeah, rounds 3 and 4, both teams struggled pretty well. Yeah,
but I think the questions are much more appropriate for a metal audience than we have that one in Germany, and there are a lot of Nirvana and Soundgarden and Audio Slave and shit like that, and also a lot of classic rock questions.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't run into too much of the classic rock stuff. I don't remember running into any grunge questions, but yeah, it's been years and years since I'd even opened this box. So there could be some kind of Pearl Jam question lurking in our near future. We'll just have to see how it goes. But folks, how are y'all scoring in the chat? Is anybody keeping track of their score? Andy's question here. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the person who designed the game, but yeah, it was featured in Metal Maniacs back around the turn of the century. There's an old, and I wish I had time this week to dig it up, but yeah, there was a picture of Sue playing the game with Jeff Wagner and some other folks in an old issue of Metal Maniacs. They did like a little kind of one-page, kind of write-up summary special thing of it. Do you remember any of the details about that, Sue, when y'all played it in the Metal Maniacs office, I guess?
Joshua Wood is the CEO. Joshua Wood.
Okay, Joshua Wood made the book. But yeah, what do you remember about it, Sue?
Yeah, they had sent a copy of the game to the office for us to promote. So Mike G invited me and Vinny Cicilline to come and play because him and Jeff were obviously already there. So I took the bus over and we did up the game. And I remember they showed a picture of me and the caption was, "Where are all the UFO and trouble questions?"
Now that you mention it, that's a good question.
LA Guns is covered though.
Yeah.
We've got the LA Guns and Ingwe section, pretty thoroughly nailed down pat.
It's gotta be difficult though. You try to think the metal questions. You got to get a little glam in there because there is some cross pollination for sure. But
oh yeah. So Sue, how did that game at the office go? Did y'all play teams or was it every person for themselves?
No, it was individual, and of course Jeff Wagner won. I mean, everybody knows that's
crushing
what would happen. But I forget if Mike or myself came in second. So Vinny was a distant fourth.
North, that's a good question. Maybe we'll run into some priest questions here when we get started on this next round. Let's see. Well, is everybody ready to give this a shot?
Yep.
Wait.
Oh, okay. It's all right. Jurgen's not ready.
How many points do we get for the green cards?
Those are cranium crackers. Those are worth. I don't remember.
7?
Crackers are 7.
7?
Point.
Okay.
Yes, they're 7 points.
No, those are skull. Skull crushers are 7. The skull crushers are the yellows.
Yes, the green ones, the cranium crackers are 5. Yes, you're right. Yep.
What do we do so good on, Jurgen? The cranium crackers, I think, are the ones we did.
You guys did pretty good on the green ones, yes.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
our. Oddly enough.
All right. Well, we shall get this started. And again, so yes, if the team answers wrong, then now it will be important when we read these questions. If we're going to do steals, the person reading the card cannot glance at the answer because their team can try to steal. So and I have to remember not to flip the card over. Let's see, Sue, it's our turn. What kind of question do you want?
How about a 5-pointer?
All right. Marty, a green question, please.
Okay, where are Zed Yago from?
I think they're from South Africa.
Sounds good to me because I don't know. We'll go South Africa, final answer. And if it's wrong, how do we know if it's wrong without Marty looking at the answer?
Yeah.
Oops.
Jurgen, I think, wants to. Do you want to steal this, Jurgen?
Yeah, Germany.
Oh.
The answer is Germany.
Oh.
Okay.
Oops.
So Jurgen gets the steal.
Woohoo! He hasn't even lit it up yet, and we're kicking ass.
All right. Well, what kind of question do y'all want?
Let's go with a skull crusher, a 7-pointer. What do you think, Jurgen? Yellow card.
All right. Going with a yellow card one here. All right. Your question is, who was the topless female victim on the cover of Witchfinder General's debut?
Oh, she was a. She's a. She was a. I don't know if she's a playboy, but it was a something like that, a hustler, or I don't know. Was asking what her name was?
Yes.
I fucking know.
I can't remember her name, but she was a page 3 girl on. I think the magazine is called The Sun. But
Yeah,
it's Catherine. Catherine. I can't remember her last name.
Boobsy? I don't know. Catherine, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even own those records. No idea.
All right. Sue, do chance to steal? I should know this, but I do not remember.
You've got 15 copies of this record sitting over there on that
Shut
shelf.
up, Marty.
15 copies of it. Different copies.
Yeah, I think it was Penthouse was the one she was in. I think her name's Joanne, like Joanna, some variation on that. But I have no idea what the last name is.
Seagull, the rat girl out of the cellar, was Tawny Katane.
Yeah, that I know.
Do we want to do do we want to give credit for first names? If Jurgen's guess Catherine and I'm guessing Joanna for first names, will that count before I flip it over? Or?
Let's have points for first name.
But it's a 7-point question.
0.5 is fine.
Decimals.
You're a professor. You can figure this shit out.
Okay. We'll do 3 points if one of us is
3
right
points.
on the first
3
name.
points.
All right. Let's see. Name.
Joanne Lotham.
Joanne Latham. All right. So 3 points for Team Professor Trouble.
All right.
I thought that we got that, but no, we're wrong. I was celebrating for no reason. Okay.
All right, Stu. What kind of question do we want next?
How about an easy one?
All right, we'll go with a great card question, please. Marty.
Headbanger question coming at you. How many albums did Tank release as of 1998? How many albums did Tank release as of 1998? I'm not going to look at the answer.
Oh
'Cause
boy.
I don't know the answer, but I can still guess.
All right, Sue, let's count.
Let's see.
Filth Hounds,
Filth Hounds.
Power of the Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
There's the other one that came out the same year as Power of the Hunter. Is that like Armor or something? They got Armor in the name. There's This Means War. Oh, This Means War. That was it. This Means War was the third one. Then the fourth one that has the blue cover that Zoller sent me last year. There's the red and black cover where it's just like the vertical slash through it.
But were they all before 1998?
All of those are definitely, yeah, all those are still 80s albums.
Okay.
So they have at least those 5.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of where I stopped paying attention to Tank, was after those first 5. So I don't know if they got anything else out later or not.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't know if they had like any weird live album or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Can that be considered a... No, it could be. It's a release. It said Tank release.
I can only, I know 5 studios, but beyond that I don't know. Do we think there's another one later on? I don't remember them being active in the 90s. Do you, Sue?
No.
I can see 5 in my mind, so I guess you want to go with 5, or do we want to round up with or try to add one that we're forgetting?
Maybe.
All right, well, we will say 6 then.
6.
All right, yeah, it's a safe bet. They probably released one, so we'll guess 6. If you want to make a guess to steal,
Jurgen, you want to put in a proposition for 5? Okay.
all right, Marty, what's it say?
I don't have no idea. The answer is 5.
Oh,
shoot.
son of a gun! All right,
Jurgen.
rounded up when we shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I just finished my my tank phase. So.
Okay, yeah. I knew if I counted, I could get to 5. But I was like, man, that's a. Oh, that's. I wonder why they said 90. Well, I guess 98 must have been when they finished writing questions for the game.
Yeah.
I was thinking there must be some significance that there was one more release later on or something. Oh well.
I was almost struggling by saying 4, because I was not too sure about the self-titled, but it was an 80s album, yeah.
Yep. All right. What kind of question do you guys want next?
Let's do a 5-pointer, a cranium cracker. We did pretty good with those last time around.
All right, a cranium cracker coming right up.
The answer is LA Guns.
No, but the question's about LA Guns.
Jesus Christ.
What is the title of LA Guns' first live release?
I have no idea. I have no clue. 0 clue. Live at the Roxy. Live at the Whiskey.
I have the cover right in front of me.
It's got a couple guns on it, probably a skull.
Let's call it live. Simply live.
All right.
Elegance live.
All right, Sue. So, chance to steal
No.
with more LA Guns lore.
I correct myself, live at the Whiskey.
You want live at the Whiskey, Jurgen?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, Sue. Sue. We know there was they did live tracks in Boston in '89.
So it's called live in Boston.
Is there any famous club in Boston that it could have been named after? If that's, but
I mean, if Icon recorded there, yeah.
We could also just go with Live, since they've now gone to Live with the whiskey. I've got no. I don't know any of LA Guns Live. What do you think, Sue? How do we? Take a
We
stab at this?
recently sold a live LA Guns thing through our eBay store, and I think it was live in London, but I wouldn't
Okay.
commit to it.
You want to go with Live in London? That sounds what it is. Good to me.
Okay.
All right, let's see. So you guys have Live at the Whiskey. We have Live in London. And the correct answer, according to this, is Live Vampires.
Oh.
Okay. Must have been on maybe the Hollywood Vampires tour. So
Oh, someone says Hollywood. There was a close.
they have an album called Hollywood Vampires.
Oh, right
So
on.
now that's their third studio album, I think.
Mhm.
If I'd ask, I can know a couple of things about LA Guns, but I don't know all this live shit.
And this is funny. Ryan says Tracy Guns gave the seed money for this game's development. Obviously. All right. Professor Trouble, which category am I drawing from?
You pick, Alan.
Let's see. Let's just go with an easy one. We didn't do too good on the hard category question, so we'll go with an easy with the gray question.
Okay, a
Headbanger.
3-point headbanger. Here we go. Where are White Wolf from? Where are White Wolf from?
Oh, I can see the logo of the band, but I have no idea where they're from. Do you have any idea, Sue?
No.
What's up, Roga?
I know the
I can
logo. It's
picture
a very
the logo with the three.
yeah. It's kind of a
lines.
stick
Yeah.
type of font.
Mhm.
Because it's a Canadian game, it's probably someplace in Canada. Let's guess something in Canada.
Okay, now
Ottawa.
there isn't it. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sure. Yeah, we can go with Ottawa. But what were you going to say, Marty?
Nothing. Where name your country first, and if you name your country, there's bonus points.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go with Canada's our
Canada.
country.
Canada. Okay, Canada's the correct answer. Bonus point for what is it? There's like different sectors and towns.
Oh,
within the
province?
section.
No problem.
There's different province and town. You
Okay.
get 1
Okay.
point for one and 2 points for both.
Okay.
Extra.
So it's in Canada. That narrows it down to the second largest country on Earth. I mean, most of the bands would have been probably on the East Coast. There's not a whole lot from the West.
Right.
So,
I don't know. Vancouver's got a lot of bands.
Mhm.
well, that's true. Yeah, there is a scene there on the far West Coast. But yeah, Alberta, Manitoba, not so much. What's one of the big provinces on the East Coast? Newfoundland is one of the smaller-
Ontario, Quebec.
Ontario, Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's in Ontario.
I don't think White Wolf did the French languagey thing, so
Mm-mm.
maybe try Toronto.
Okay.
All right, we'll do Canada, Ontario, Toronto.
You get the points for Canada for 3 points, and then bonus point for Alberta.
Oh, it
2
was Alberta.
points for Edmonton.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yep. Not a lot of bands from Alberta.
Oh.
All right, we'll take it though. What do you guys want next?
Let's try another cranium cracker. Hopefully, it's not another freaking LA Guns question.
Marty likes the crackers. All right, so let's see what we got here. Nope, this is All right. Lions breed hail from which nation?
Never heard of them.
Oh, you haven't heard of Lions Breed? That's
No.
a classic headbanging fare there, Marty. How
I'm
could
sure.
you miss Lions Breed?
I've missed a lot. Apparently, my life is a waste.
Jurgen's got this. I can tell by the look in his eye.
He's pondering.
He's got the eye of the lion.
You can see him peeling back the layers of the onion here.
Lions breed. It's either Germany or Sweden.
No, how can it be either Germany or anything? You're from Germany. You should know if it's Germany.
Swedes got blonde hair and blue eyes as well.
They do.
But
No,
you
they
know
don't.
every band in Germany. You know their mailing addresses. You've walked past their houses on multiple occasions.
Lions breed. I'd go for Sweden.
I'm
Right.
down with that. Sweden, final answer.
All right, you're going with Sweden. Sue, we have a chance to steal.
How about England?
England, they did like
UK.
lions in England quite a bit. Okay, we will go with England. So you guys have Sweden, we have England, and the correct answer is Germany.
Damn it!
You should have had it. We should have stole it. Everything goes wrong. But that's what happens when you ask trivia questions about lion's breed.
Never even heard of them.
Nope, doing on me.
All right,
Sue.
Professor Trouble, where are you going?
What kind of question would you like, Sue?
Maybe mix it up a little. Try a 7-pointer.
Okay. We will go with
Skull
the
Crusher.
Yellow Skull Crusher, please.
Where was Y&T's first live release Open Fire recorded?
This person had a real thing for live recording.
Boston, 1989.
They're what, a San Francisco band?
I had a couple Y&T tapes back in the day.
I think everybody's had at least one Y&T tape back in the day, but
Well, the
nobody has
robot
them
getting
anymore.
bit by the
except maybe
vampire. I had that one, and the one with the machine guy with the sword. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's.
Summertime Girls is the only song I remember.
We can make an educated guess at this one because they're a West Coast band. And it's asking where or when or which. What was it asking, Mark?
Where was Y&T's first
Where?
live release Open Fire recorded?
I'll say something in San Francisco. Or I don't remember if they were. I want to say. I'm thinking they were more in the Bay instead of LA, but I could be way wrong on that. It's not a band I know much about.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go with San Francisco.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with San Francisco. Final answer. You guys have a chance to steal.
Jurgen,
Live,
do you have...
live at the Marquee Club.
Okay, here we go. San Francisco or live at the Marquee Club? The answer is London, England. We were so close.
Yeah.
Only off by 8 time zones.
They, Glenn says they were a LA band. I did not know that.
Okay.
The Marquee Club is in London.
Is it?
There is a marquee in.
Yeah, look it up.
Is it in
I
London?
think
Where is the Marquee Club?
I think it's written with 2 E's.
I think you're right. Yeah.
London, England. Jurgen.
I don't know if that counts because I just said the club and it was England.
We're not gonna go that route. That's an awesome freaking guess, but we're not gonna.
Yeah. No, you can have the point. No, I guess it's in London. Do we need to? I'm okay with you having the points unless we have to figure out which club it's at in London now.
No, it just said. What'd you guys take? The
Okay, let Alan look up the club.
London, England is all it says. I looked up Marquee Club. It said London, England. So
Yeah, but somewhere it has to be stated where exactly in London.
okay, where was
Down and
Why?
Dirty live in London, 1984.
T? Oops, learn how to type.
The
The hell's the name of it?
No details given there.
Open Fire. Open Fire recorded.
Doesn't say on the back cover.
It says venue. Various venues around London. The Keystone, Palo Alto, and also Palo Alto, California.
Okay.
So okay,
that-
I was wrong. We don't take the points.
We will not take the points.
Okay.
All right. What kind of question would y'all like next? We've only got a few more to go before time is up.
You pick this time, Jurgen. I've been picking the shit we've been sucking at, so pick one.
Let's get the hardest one of the LA Guns questions.
Mental meltdown.
Metal Meltdown for Team Hammered here. Let's see. What have we got? Name the only song on Vixen's debut that was actually written by the band. Jurgen is regretting his life choices right now.
Vixen are back together. They're like touring the fair circuit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they played Wacken last year or this year.
Not a band I would have expected.
They make mud pies out in the crowd with everybody else. I watched a Wacken this year, a master plan, and there would look like 200 people there standing in a field of mud. It wasn't Jorn Landa singing, so who cares, right? Anyway, I don't know. I know nothing about Vixen. Zero. I mean, what's the only song I know they have a video for? Something about heart. Broken Heart.
Yeah, let's go for Broken Heart. That sounds like a big tune.
On the edge of a broken heart. That's the song, I think.
That is a Vixen song. All right.
Well, that's got to be the answer.
All right, Sue, we have a chance to steal.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think it's called "Living on the Edge of a Broken Heart."
It could, yeah. That was one of the singles. I get songs from Vixen's two albums mixed up. I'm trying to think of something else that was on the first album. What else is on that debut album?
No one cares. Zero people care.
For some reason, every song I can think of is off of Rev It Up instead of the debut. Hard 16 is off Rev It Up. Love is a Killer is on Rev It Up.
Didn't they play your like high school or something, Alan?
They did autographs. Like, they didn't actually play, but yes, it was before I was in high school. But the radio station that like bounced off of 5 mountains to get picked up in our little neck of the woods. That radio station ran a contest where high schools had to like send in postcards, as like to like enter. And some like my high school has only done 2 things in the history of forever. They produced one Miss America pageant contest winner back in the 70s, and they won the Vixen contest in 1988. And so yes, the ladies of Vixen had to get off the interstate, take a few turns off the paved road, and come sign autographs and stuff for high school kids out in the sticks of Virginia in sometime in the would have been early 88 or late 87. And yes, that happened. I can't think of any other song off that debut album because I always play Rev It Up instead for some reason, although they're both fairly good. And I'm going to say there's one called Hellraiser, and we'll just go with that. Let's see what we've got. The answer is Waiting.
Oh, I was going to say that one.
No, you weren't. All right, last question of the night. Sue, you may do the honors. What shall we attempt to answer?
Should we just go for it?
That's
hard
go for
one.
it. Absolutely.
Right.
Mental meltdown. Here we go.
This is no cowards game. We go for the hard one here.
Name the Skid Row tune dropped from some versions of Slave to the Grind.
Oh, I think it's called Get the Fuck Out.
Oh. I could see why that would be dropped. So yeah. Let's go with it.
Yeah, because it was dropped from a bunch. I actually found several copies of that cassette tape that had the unedited tape at a shopping mall near Virginia Tech, and I bought the whole. They were all like they were in the $4.99 bin. I bought them all and took them back to my high school and sold them for like $10 a piece because nobody knew that they all we could get was Walmart, which had the safe version. Is it Get the Fuck Out though, or did it have a slightly different title? Sue, any thoughts?
I don't know Skid Row, so
Okay.
let's go with it.
We'll go with Get the Fuck Out. That may not have been the title of the song. It may have just been one of the lines in it that got him in trouble, but we'll go with that as the title. You guys want to steal?
I have no idea. Jurgen, do you have any idea?
I think it's Get the Fuck Out. Yeah.
All right. The answer is Get the Fuck Out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, God.
30 years later, my entrepreneurial Skid Row venture earns me 10 points. All right. Marty, Jurgen, your last question. What do you want?
You pick, Jurgen. You've got the power. What is the score? What's the score at right now?
Let's see. The score is, let's see. Sue and I have 79 points, and Marty and Jurgen, you have 72 points. So you need 7 points to tie, or a 10-point question to win.
Let's go with the 7. I'm going to suggest the 7-point question.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we tie, then we'll, because the 10-point questions suck. They're all a bunch of glam bullshit. Anyway.
So
we're going with the Skull Crusher.
Mm-hmm.
Skull Crusher. All right, one yellow Skull Crusher coming up. Playing for the tie. No pressure. Oh boy. Okay, interesting. Crocus.
Oh God, no!
It gets better. Recorded their live release. It's another goddamn live question. Crocus recorded their live release in 5 cities. Name the one Canadian city. So you at least have a fair shot to guess. If you don't know, which you should know because everybody knows this.
I would say Toronto. That's the obvious. You fly from Sweden into Canada. Well, it's either Montreal or Toronto.
You fly from Sweden to Toronto pretty easily and pretty cheap.
Sure. It's either Toronto or Montreal. Montreal, I hear, is the metal capital of North America. So
No, I think it's Toronto.
you want to go Toronto? This is for the tie, Jurgen.
So you make the decision. It's your channel.
I don't care. I think I would say I don't have a dog in this race, but I would say a horse in this race. But I would say probably Toronto.
Final answer.
We happy with this, Jurgen? Toronto
Yeah.
for the tie.
Yeah.
Toronto.
All right, Sue, we get a chance to steal. So
I had no idea.
We can name any Canadian city that's not Toronto. Marty's probably right. I mean, it'd probably be something on the
Something big, something close to. They probably toured. Maybe they went to Detroit. Maybe they did. A little U.S. run when they did it. They didn't fly over just to record one song or one.
Yeah. Well, now again, it says they recorded songs in 5 different cities on the tour.
So it was on the tour. So that Toronto,
they only made one Canadian, but there's named the one Canadian city, but it doesn't mean that's the only one they played at in Canada. It's just the only one that they recorded any recorded material got onto the live album from. So they could have done 80 dates across Canada, but the sound sucked in 79
probably
of them.
not Toronto. It's probably something stupid.
No, Toronto's probably a good guess, but what would be the next?
Probably
best?
Montreal.
Montreal would make sense as a backup.
Yeah.
So okay, you guys have Toronto, we have Montreal.
Help us, Satan!
The answer is Toronto.
Oh.
All right,
Tie game.
with that 7 points and
The Hammer team doing better than we thought we would, Jurgen.
haven't done this now for 2
Hammer.
hours. The game's a tie. Everybody wins. It's like an episode of My Little Pony.
James Brown answers.
Okay. well,
Okay, Team Professor Trouble. What? Where are you gonna pick? What are you gonna
Wait,
pick
are we,
here?
are we doing some kind of sudden death round or something?
Well, we have to do a sudden death. We gotta find out who wins. We can't end. You gotta have to. You have to. Can't end on a tie.
We could end on a tie.
No,
It's your fault we ended on a tie.
no, it's not.
You
My,
played with the tie. You
my
could've gone for the
superior
10
brain cells are really firing right now.
Let's see what question was on the 10-point card.
Okay.
If you guys had, if you guys had got your balls to the wall and gone for the 10-point win, what would you have had to answer? You would had to have answered, how many drummers has Twisted Sister had?
Well, that answer in 1989,
So we would have gone to the
98,
next.
1998 would have been one.
So we would have had to have gone to the next. It would have been 7 by that time. But we would have gone to the next question because, yes, that would have been a time-sensitive one. So your question would have been, name one of the 2 working titles of the Sabotage album Gutter Ballet. This is the question you would have had for the win.
We can't end on a tie. There's no way. One more question.
But, does anybody know this one? It's actually an interesting question.
No.
Sue?
No, don't know.
Jurgen?
Um,
I have a guess.
Wade C says, Alan, you should know that.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things are bobbing around.
Mhm.
Inspector Allen on the case.
I'd go for
I'm thinking Mentally Yours or
Hello from the gutter.
I'm thinking Mentally Yours or Summer's Rain. Let me see.
I think it's Summer's Rain.
The Hounds of Zaroff or Temptation Revelation.
Or
All right,
there was a or involved in there, so the guy didn't know. The guy
there,
that
there
did
were
the-
2 working. No, there were 2 working
Oh.
titles. So yeah, those were the 2. Okay, so nobody was getting that. All right. Well, how are we going to decide this? Because Sue is also ready to wrap up, I believe. So we cannot hold the lady forever. How do we decide this? Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah.
Or just do a simple, or how you want to do? We just pick a cranium cracker and whoever wins this.
I say we just leave it on a tie. This is everyone's
You
in
can't
a
leave
happy
it on a
place here.
tie. It's like we didn't even play. It's like
They
we
do
didn't even
sucker
play.
all the time.
Ugh.
But
They
that's
don't-
how we figured it out before. We always agreed to end it on the tie.
Jurgen, you've broken the 4th wall. Now they all know.
Seagull Rock Squawk says sudden death. Wade C says sudden death. We'll go with the easy question.
All right, we'll stick to the gray cards. Yes, and if we each get a question. If somebody answers right and the other team answers wrong, then we're done.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
we got the
I guess-
easy question out. I'm going to
Yep.
ask you guys a question.
You ask us the question first. We'll do no steals here, so it goes a little
And
faster.
please, no LA guns, please.
No. The band Master was founded by who?
Paul Speckman.
That was their question.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I did win. I'm the sole winner. So Marty, even you lose.
Oh, my own teammate threw me under the bus. Okay, next one.
Isn't that what a sudden death is all about?
All right, name the debut Shout album.
Shout's a band?
I don't hear old Jurgen spouting out any answers on that one. He got awful quiet there. He's drinking his little sippy sips.
I have never heard of Shout.
Never heard of them.
Fuck me, Jesus.
Jurgen,
not
do you
so
know
that's the-
this? Well, there's no stealing. So, in your
It's-
face. In your face. Okay,
Sure. Okay, now you get a question.
headbanger question.
So if you answer, you win, because we could not answer a fucking Shout question. Who wrote the song? Oh, good God. Who wrote the song You Give Love a Bad Name?
Probably Richie Sambora and Bon Jovi. All comes back around. Team
All right.
Hammered.
So this is what you get for sudden death.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's pull the chat back up here. There you go, folks. That
The first
is
ever Heavy Metallurgy trivia game. Thank you to Sue for
mental breakdown.
Metal Mental Meltdown or
Meltdown.
breakdown, whatever the hell it is.
Yes, but yes.
TJ, look this up. If you wanted to buy yourself a copy of this, it's over $100 on eBay right now. So it's full of inaccuracies and typos, but man, it's fun. It's good old.
If you are an LA Guns fan, this is the place to be this holiday season. Get it for the Tracy Gunn fanboy in your life.
Mhm.
Have it waiting for them under the tree or other festive holiday decoration in your home.
The answer, Jeremy, was Bon Jovi. You give love a bad name.
Mhm.
So, people, did you enjoy this content? Do you like us doing the trivia game? You know, we all own it.
There's a lot more questions.
Oh yeah.
We can have other guests, other trivia nights.
The only thing is, I do have an issue with the ending because I knew Paul Speckman.
Oh, I know. That's not fair. It's really not fair, but
So in my mind, it's still a tie.
okay. Let's do another question then. I don't want to end on any bad blood here. So we got the answer on the last one. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm sorry for answering the Paul Speckman question at first, because he's a friend of mine.
No, and I know what you're talking. Like, sudden death was just like, whoever answers the question first.
Oh.
I understand what you were going for there.
Well, this is a question you're going to know the answer to as well. Finish the phrase for those about to rock.
We salute you.
Yep. So
good way.
essentially, we're tied again, right?
Yep.
I told you if we should just end on a tie.
Okay. Now ask us a question. The same question.
I am not asking you any more questions. No.
We're ending on a tie.
We are ending on a tie. This game is over.
I've got the question I posed Alan a week ago. In 2004, Iron Maiden had to cancel a show in New York. Why is that?
Yeah, you never told me the answer to this.
I wrote you the answer about 3 hours ago.
Okay. I'm sorry, I did not see it then.
The venue was double booked, and they had a photocopier convention in the same place.
Wow.
They were canceled for a Xerox convention.
Yeah, that was one of the questions in here.
Wow. So there it is. The first Heavy Metallurgy trivia competition ended in a tie.
Right.
God.
All good. Sue, thank you very much for coming up with a very fun idea.
Fun.
Right. Thank you all.
It's been a good time agonizing over Nitro and Shout questions with all of you tonight. Jurgen, thank you also for joining us. So we could, we figured early on it'd be a lot more fun to have teams rather than everybody have to just, answer things on their own. So Jurgen, big thanks for rounding out Team Hammered and making it work out quite good tonight.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Sue, it was great seeing you. Have a good one. We'll talk soon.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Everybody, if you are looking for holiday gifts, the link to Sue's eBay store is in the video comments down below. They've got all kinds of, pretty hard to find some, very unique heavy metal collectibles down there. Also, just, some straightforward albums and stuff. So, definitely go check it out if you're looking for a heavy or hard holiday gift for somebody this upcoming holiday season. All right, guys, do we have anything else that we want to wrap up with here?
Yes, actually, go check out Jurgen's 6 Beers, 9 Wives channel. Always fun, always good, always knowledgeable. Shows some killer stuff. Massive collection. Big old brain full of knowledge. Good stuff. as we exhibited here tonight.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed, and thanks to everybody for watching. Again, yes, tried something a little different here. Hopefully folks had fun with it, and hopefully you learned some things. about bands other than LA Guns. But yeah, it's been a fun time, a fun concept. Let's see, Marty, show notes. What do we have coming up next week?
There's a bunch of reviews coming. Simon just turned in Vastum. Melanie turned in something. You've got Phaedra.
Yes, I've got
Review.
Swedish black metal Phaedra. They just released their second album. We'll have that reviewed.
That'll be up on Monday. Vastum will probably be up on Sunday. And
Vastum's
then
getting a lot of chatter online
Yep.
here in the past few days. A lot of folks were looking forward to that one.
Wednesday's album club will be Bolt Thrower's Realm of Chaos. So join us Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time and hear four fat old guys talk about Bolt Thrower. Always fun. Next Friday.
Let's see. Next Friday, Kellen from Killing for Company is joining us for, again, something a little bit different.
Oh, yeah. I got a bunch of shit to listen to.
Yes, a while back, Kellen challenged Marty and I. We each have chosen 5 albums that we feel are a little bit hard to define in terms of genre. So we are all listening to the full set of 15 albums, and we will be sort of debating and discussing: do these albums kind of fit into traditional heavy metal, and in particular like new wave of traditional heavy metal, or are they just different enough that they should maybe be put into some other genre or subgenre? The idea, for Kellen here was to, try to actively, debate on some of these albums, not to pick things that were very straightforward, but to, hopefully have a discussion about. Some of us may listen to the sound and feel like, well, to me, it leans awfully doomy, but someone else may think it's more epic. And try to see what we think, and if we have some differing opinions on these different titles. So yeah, should be really fun. We'll be working through the list of 15 albums with Kellen next Friday, and Kellen has promised some fun promotional clips heading into next Friday. So keep an eye out on Kellen's channel. Again, it's Killing for Company. If you remember the promo he did for the Sacred Outcry album discussion back in the summer that he did with Marty, I don't know how you could forget it if you watched all the way to the end. None of us will ever forget that. I'm sure Kellen has some other fun ideas in store. He's asked for a little help from Marty and I, so we've been giving him some material to work with, and I'm sure he's going to put it to good use. So there should be some fun kind of promos, commercial type things as a run-up to next Friday night's live stream with Kellen, debating which albums count as traditional metal and which ones do not.
He might be. We don't know. He might be in the shower.
He made no promises about remaining in or out of the shower or his clothes. So I don't know where he's going with it, but I can't look away. So we'll have to find out.
Dimitar, the Chameleon show is not happening until we hit 5,000 streams, and we are, what,
Yes,
700 away?
5,000 subscribers, and we are right around the 4.6. So I've got a little under 400 more subscribers needed before I have to suffer through watching or playing Halloween Chameleon live in front of everybody, so they can watch a grown man cry over a very bad German. I can't even call it a metal album. It's a very bad German album.
Yep.
But it will happen. We are definitely heading that way in the near future.
And everybody, thank you for spending your time with us and all the contributions you've given us.
Yes.
This week, it means a lot. It helps out a bunch. Cheers. We really appreciate that. Jurgen, sir, you rule as always, my friend, and it's good to see you.
So I'm gonna be busy making up. What do you need for the Chameleon edition? About 400.
Yep.
I'm making up 400 different accounts.
Excellent.
After the show.
Let's be honest.
Next week is gonna be the Chameleon edition.
I mean, 5,000 subscribers is cool and all, but really there isn't 5,000 people watching each show, so it's bullshit. The numbers are bullshit, but still, it's a good goalpost to hit, and it'll be me and Alan will sit here and listen to Chameleon, and I'm gonna watch him squirm, and I'm gonna try to tell them how good it is, even though I'll be lying.
Yes, I made this promise a while back, and yeah, we've moved towards that goal faster than we would have thought originally. So thanks to everybody for subscribing. If you want to see me cry faster, hit the subscribe button down there, and it will happen. And Ryan. And we'll hop on off here and let Ryan get on with his recreational activities for the evening as well.
We need to get Ryan on the show one of these days. I got his email. Thanks for sending me an email. I'm oh no, he's empty. Empty tankard. Anyway, everybody, cheers. You all rule. Thank you everybody for a awesome evening as always, and don't hang up, Jurgen. Everybody, cheers. We'll see you next week.
Everybody, have a good weekend. Keep it heavy.